So continuously rest in this inner sacred space. We have many different aspects of sense of I, me, its view, its activity has dissolved. It's like being erased. So many junk mails, so many unwanted videos, so many photos, so many files that you don't need, you will never look at them, but they are big files occupying that inner stillness, that is occupying the inner silence, that's occupying that sacred space. Now all of them, which is very much related with this sense of me and I, has cleared. There is more sense of expanded sense of self. Not only I, but us. Not only just mine, it's ours. Just feel this more like a sense of inclusive. Whichever particular situation in your own life, recognize that now there is more inclusive. You are able to see your partner, your family, your colleague, your friends more. You're able to feel and connect with them more. You are able to feel their pain as if it's your pain, a deep sense of a feeling of empathy. And of course, in your life, in each of our life, a particular life, in your life, particular situations that you are working with people, see now you can feel more empathy, you can feel more pain of others. You can feel the need of others. there is a less sense of separation between you and others. There is a more sense of collective awareness. They are more receptive, more openness for collaboration. For collective purpose, for collective well-being. The idea of collective purpose and well-being could be just between you and another person that you are deeply engaged. Collective purpose could mean you and whole family. Collective purpose could mean you and whole community. Collective purpose mean you and whole city, whole country, whole state, whole world, and whole sentient beings. It depends on each person's stages of development, but we know it could mean all of them, and you work with the place where you're working. The most important part is not get stuck in individualistic, the egoistic, the self-centered view. With awareness and recognition, opening step by step, and recognize your own step where you stand, and also see how far you can go. And your awareness of the stillness and silence and spaciousness, the work of three door, the inner refuge, will clearly support you. And also for a moment, reflect in your own situation. What is the collective purpose? What you two are trying to accomplish? What your family as a whole is trying to accomplish? What as a whole community is collectively trying to, a collective mission is trying to accomplish? What all sentient beings is whole collectively trying to achieve. Just for a moment, just reflect a little bit for a moment. You don't have to go too far, but you stay where you are and reflect in those areas. Discovering the positive quality which will transform the collective purpose, will achieve the collective purpose. You will realize the collective purpose. So feel what is this collective purpose and what are the qualities, positive qualities, which can help you to achieve these collective purpose or qualities. Just for a moment, bring awareness there, and if you see and if you feel, become a little bit more familiar with those qualities. So be aware of the collective positive quality which can enrich and transform a society, a family, your work, you. That's collective wisdom. Out of collective wisdom, collective quality for collective transformation. So we all sense of prayer that the wisdom, collective wisdom, discovering these collective qualities, may these collective qualities transform you, your family, your community, and from there expanding this sense of transformation toward all sentient beings. So all sentient beings are clearly included in our practices, but we might pay a little closer attention to where our challenges are. So I hope this meditation is helpful. Maybe some sense of, at least some sense of relaxing, because like the story of Tabaritsa and Nangshi Lopo. One part was, as a young boy, Tabaritsa asked Nangshi Lopo, "What you're carrying?" He said, Nangshi Lopo asked Tabaritsa, "What you're carrying?" And he was saying, "I'm carrying all my thoughts." So basically, we do carry our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, particularly the heavy ones. And these heavy thoughts and emotions and pain it just makes our life much harder, we lose much more energy. And so I hope this, one of the reasons why we carry this is because this sense of the self, a small sense of self, and we're trying to, which is so vulnerable, the small sense of self is so vulnerable, it's so afraid. So it's trying to, basically a full-time job is trying to protect and defend from everybody and every situation. And as a mean to do that is trying to exclude a lot of things in our life, and trying to, some sense of trying to feel the strength is also to feel that sense of I stronger, which does not help. So anyway, there's some sense of I think it's more like in a practical situation in our life, what in guided meditation, what I was talking earlier, is just think about that, you know. I remember one monk who was one time talking to me what he was doing, but in his voice, that I know it's like a monastery is a collective group of people. There's a lot of people, people are doing things, a lot of people are planning things, but the way he was talking about something was like, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. But personally, I could clearly hear, well, that's a little bit too much, you know, because I was born in that monastery, grown up in monastery, but it's too, a little too strong. So, but in a way, I think he's trying to say that, he's just trying to show that maybe I will like it, or maybe I will be appreciative of it, maybe admire it or something like that, but it did not work. The only thing what bothered me, not every great thing he did, the great thing he did was fantastic, but I, and it's a very strong sense of excluding everybody else. That clearly bothered my eye. So, and of course, I mean, that was very strong. I would never express things that way, but I do too, but in a different ways. It's maybe in a subtle way sometime. I don't know when I do it. It would be nice if somebody can tell me. Clearly my wife will tell me. Or my son, or two of them clearly will tell me. But the point that I'm trying to make is then whenever we do that, it's not necessarily always easy to be conscious of that, easy to feel that. And clearly when we do that, outcome is not good. You know, you're really like, if you're talking to your husband or wife, you're immediately excluding them, but you're not conscious of it. But still they love you. They think you're stupid. It's okay. He's just stupid. And we still love him. It's okay. But when it comes to your colleague, I don't know if they will have that kind of compassion to you. When it comes to a mean boss, forget about it. So some sense of, I think, it does not work anyway. Even the Buddha will laugh. The Bodhisattvas will laugh. Everybody will laugh. When you feel that way, when you see that way, when you talk like that way, it's not good. So the only way to change it will be trying to be a little bit more conscious in yourself when you do that. And you see the negative consequences of it. And you also need to see what you're trying to do. You're not going to accomplish anything by yourself. And some people believe, I can do it, I can alone do it. That doesn't work. It does not work like that. So a sense of I really needed to be, that is the whole purpose of, I think, as I said earlier, that whole, I think any spiritual, a spiritual which has more liberating knowledge or message or teachings will agree that in the end we have to be free from this pain-producing machine I, and very unproductive machine I, very exclusive sense of I. So this is, I think it's very important that we all continuously be conscious as a this is what really the three-door practice is about, very much about that. In three-door teachings we talk about transformations and 63 transformations, and particularly like 21 transformations are very much related to the personal life, like your own the way you see yourself. When the I becomes so strong as a personal level, when the I produces 21 different conflicts and pains and stories on a personal level, so you're working specifically those 21 things. Why 21 things for you that time? Because it's not that you have only 21 things, for sure. There are thousands of them. But the 21 thing which you are experiencing, which is producing in a sense of self in relation to only individual I, that is, these 21 things is the strongest 21 things in your life, that it's interfering your well-being, it's interfering your health, it's interfering your flow of your life. It's even not able to taste your favorite dessert properly, because dessert tastes something not good when these pains are active. So it doesn't even allow us to breathe well, taste well, see well, think well, decision making, clearly able to make decisions. No. So that's why the 21 is. So then when it comes to what we call family, 21 transformations in the family, then of course sometime even for some people, first question comes, what is my family? And even when we say you have to transform 21 things in relation to the family, for some people it's even hard to find 21 things. Because maybe sometime very disconnected. I mean, to have a problem with the family, you're lucky. But sometimes even people don't have a problem in the family because they are very disconnected with the family. Because wherever there is a pain, there is a love, there is a connection. You have to recognize it's a good thing to have a pain because you care about somebody, you care to change something, and you are suffering because of that. Because there are some people, unfortunate ones, not even able to experience the pain. So when you look 21 things in a family situations, then you can say, well, somebody once told me a story that not being talking with a sister for many, many, many years, and through the practices, not only able to realize that been disconnected for so long time, not only it helped to realize some discomfort and some misunderstanding, but it awakened the need and the value of reconnecting. And even the moment one is feeling these changes inside oneself, it automatically affecting without even an email communication to the other side, other person, and you get communicated by the other person to you saying, hi, how are you doing? Because invisible, unconscious email has been sent it. At least some warmth have sent it to open their heart. Some warmth has been sent it to melt their frozen pains. So some sense of communication is already taking place. So one by one, like 21 things transform. So in the same way, like in a professional, so how many of us in everyday life that in some sense of in your profession, you do want it to improve. You do want it to overcome challenges. You do want it to find solutions. You do want it to find resources. You do want it to expand it. But only able to do that, it's not to be exclusive, to be more inclusive, to be more aware of others, and to be more aware of whatever the challenges are in the world of the business. Even in relation to the money, I know there are some people, they don't have money, they complain about the money, they think people who have money is not good, but they're always asking money from somebody else. So if you really don't need the money, great. I admire you. But never ask anybody. Find to feel totally free from that. That's great. That's what we want. But if you do need it, and if you do want it, then have a better relation to the money, better relation to professions, better relation to the people, opportunities, and everything. Open your eye. So, and that's the only way things will expand to what you want it to expand. So, some sense of, the transformation in the world of profession, I think it also need very inclusive. So, some sense, it's not, when I talk about the professions and money, I'm not talking only in a sense of purely money, but I think it has so much to do with your own individual growth. Because if a true growth of any kind, it's true growth of yourself. When something is like a relationship, if you are able to really feel connect, open to somebody, connection to somebody, love somebody, trust somebody, admire somebody, see the beauty of somebody, all these qualities are your spiritual quality. So it's not that your relationship has nothing to do with your spiritual quality. No, they are parallel and they go together. But sometimes when they are very disconnected, and there are people who claims to be doing spiritual practices, but their spiritual practices is their intellectual understanding. It's in their head. It's not in their heart. It's not in their life, real experiences. It does not show up when they do things. It does not show up when they make decision things in their life. It does not show up their attitudes in their life. It's just in their head and the mouth. So it just does not work. So some sense, either it's a business or family or personal work, they all are spiritual work, and they all are equally necessary to transform. So the three door is very much about very acknowledging the need of all these different levels of transformations. And it's also very much the awareness of, really like awareness of your body, which is so much needed, awareness of your speech, which is so much needed, awareness of your mind, which is so much needed. So the awarenesses of your own body, speech, and mind, and discovering these collective qualities of your own body, speech, and mind. So that is what really three door is about. And I can only say that that the power of the three door the practices are people who went through it, and people who share these experiences, their experiences. So real change. So this is what's happening through these practices when you really take these practices in your heart. Okay, so I think let's see. Yeah, so I think we are going to kind of slowly close this webcast. And to all the cyber sanghas, how was your experience? Everybody's still there, right? Yeah, they are there. Yes, everybody is okay, Mariela? Okay, so that's fine. Maybe you all ready to see the cyber sangha? Hi. Beautiful trees, you can see that, right? Okay, I think where the birds are. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. So I think soon we will be announcing the date of three different webcasts, which is part of the PIT instruction. It's discovering the dance of the stillness, and the finding the melody of the silence, embracing the warmth of the spaciousness. So these three webcasts, I think the date is will post soon. So thank you very much, everybody. So goodbye.